Imagine walking through London today. Now strip away almost everything you hear. Forget the constant roar of traffic, the sirens, the electronic beeps. What if I told you that in Victorian London, the very air vibrated with sounds so distinct, so unique to that era, that they are now completely extinct? We're about to transport you back to 1888, not through sight, but through sound. Prepare to have your sonic landscape warped as we unearth the phantom echoes of a bygone age. Let's start with the streets. The dominant sound wasn't engines, but the rhythmic, almost hypnotic clatter of thousands of iron-shod wheels and horseshoes on cobblestones. The hansom cabs, the carriages, the delivery cart siege had a unique rhythm. Woven through this percussion were the famous street cries. These weren't just random shouts. They were melodic, almost sung calls from sellers of everything imaginable. Lavender, sweet lavender. A flower girl would sing, knives to grind. A tinker would call out, his voice cutting through the fog. The rag-and-bone man had his own distinct cry. These human-powered sounds were the city's symphony, a living, breathing soundscape that has completely vanished. But another sound was rising, a new hum of innovation that promised the future. This was the sound of the Industrial Revolution. Imagine the distinct, almost guttural wheeze and hiss of early steam engines, a sound entirely different from the smooth hum of modern machinery. Listen for the rhythmic, metallic clanging from the nascent factories along the Thames, the sharp, piercing whistle of the new steam trains cutting through the city. In the distant, constant thrum of power looms from textile mills. These sounds, once novel and even alarming, quickly became the ubiquitous pulse of a city being reborn in iron and steam. The sounds of daily life, and even death, were just as specific. Church bells weren't just for telling time. Each had a unique tone and ring pattern that locals could identify from miles away. The clip-clop of a lone delivery horse in the early morning was a familiar sound, as were the muffled footsteps of thousands of people walking on stone pavements. But there were darker sounds, too. The ever-present hacking cough from diseases like consumption was a haunting backdrop. And perhaps most chillingly, the mournful cries that would ripple through crowds when news of a public execution spread, followed by the distinct, sickening ring of the gallows bell. These weren't just noises, they were the soundtrack to the daily experiences and the deepest fears of Victorian Londoners. Reconstructing this lost sonic world is a fascinating challenge. Historians and sound designers piece it together from written accounts, early recordings, and acoustic modeling. It forces us to imagine a world where these sounds were normal, the background noise of life. It also makes you think about our own environment. What sounds from our time will be extinct in 150 years? What lost sounds from history would you want to hear? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more journeys into the past.